Inner City Blues by Marvin Gaye was from his iconic album What's Going On that was released in 1971. The bass line consists of a really solid 2-bar groove that's repeated round and round. This was recorded by Bob Babbitt, unlike most of the rest of the album that featured James Jamerson on bass. I was reminded of this really great bass line by one of my GBS members, Stephen, so thanks Stephen for kind of suggesting this bass line. In this video, I'm going to break down and show you how to play the main groove from Inner City Blues. I've written this down on the PDF in standard notation and tab. You can pick that up for free by clicking the link below this video in the description. So I've put the exact Bob Babbitt bass line for the first time round the main section and for the B section as well. Inner City Blues is in the key of E flat minor, or you can think about it in the key of D sharp minor as well. They're the same note, D sharp and E flat. It's got two main sections. The main section we'll call the A section, and it's got a shorter section which we'll call the B section. Now if you listen carefully, you'll notice that the bass line sounds a bit weird, a bit echoey in places. That's because it actually consists of 2 takes. So Bob Babbitt played this first take that was quite high up, and he was asked to come back by Marvin Gaye to lay down a lower part as well. So James Jamerson played a lot for Marvin Gaye, and I think he was used to these kind of lower parts. So Bob Babbitt came back in and laid some kind of sort of sparser lower parts, so you can hear both of these parts together. Now if you try and play both those bass lines, it's quite tricky because you've got this kind of low E flats. So you've got, okay, so that first bar there, you got that really high jump there. It is possible, but it makes it quite tricky. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to show you the main groove, so the higher pattern. This kind of works on its own really well. If you can at a later stage, then you can put those low E flats in. If you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can do that by pressing the red subscribe button in the corner of the screen. And also if you click the bell and select all, you'll get notified as soon as I bring a new video out. I'm now going to show you the main 2-bar groove. Now Bob Babbitt does kind of put some variations into this through the bass line, but you could just learn this 2-bar pattern and play that round and round for the A section and it will still work really well. The variations are based on this pattern anyway, so this is a kind of the first time round that Bob Babbitt plays it on the original track. I'll show you that now. I'll play it for you slowly first. Okay, so that goes round and round. Just what I remember, Bob Babbitt recorded on a P bass with flat wounds, so that's what I'm using for this. You can put some foam under your strings by the bridge as well. I was going to do that, but I couldn't find my piece of foam. I don't know where it is. It's always been hanging around, but when you need it, you can't find it. So you can do that as well to get an even softer sound. I've kind of turned the tone off about halfway to get a more kind of softer, bassy tone. This groove is easiest when you play it around the 12th fret, okay, up here. We start with E flat, that's the 13th fret, down to B flat, and then D flat, E flat, G flat, okay, lots of flats. Okay, a lot of the time you're playing in between the dots or either side of the dots, okay, because it's a flat key, alright? Okay, you can kind of use 4 and 3, make it a bit cleaner, but you can kind of just hop with your third finger like this. Okay, whatever you find easiest really. I find it gets a bit tight up here, and so I kind of just use my third finger for those first 2 notes. Okay, so that's a really nice rhythm there. Okay, they're both off the beat, those last 2 notes. Okay, so that's B flat, D flat. I'll just loop that bar round. Join with me if you can. So we start on the E flat. 3, 4. Okay, in the second bar. Okay, so it's quite a sort of tricky rhythmic pattern there. It's a kind of, the third note's a kind of muted note, so okay, so you can kind of mute it a bit. Like that, okay? Doesn't sound great slow. Sounds great when you speed it up though. So that's D flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, low E flat, and that's the 11th fret. Okay. Okay. If you tap 8th notes, that B flat when you come back up is on the and, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. We'll play that a little bit slower. Just start on the E flat again. Come in with me or just listen to it. Okay. 3, 4. Okay, it doesn't really matter if you play a muted note or not. It's quite a quick note. It's a 16th note, but it does sound a little bit better, a bit more funky when you put the muted note in. Let's try the whole of the 2 bars. I'll loop that round, play it slowly. I'll do it about 3 or 4 times. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, so it's kind of tempting to put more muted notes in. That's kind of what Bob Babbitt does as he goes through the bass line. You can just make it even more funky. Okay, so that's the first 2-bar loop. There's lots of variations. So the next one. Okay, so he just plays some short notes there. Like that. Okay, so he's got a little kind of tag at the end that's slightly different. So the second bar of this 2-bar loop. Okay, so that's different there. If we look at the next pattern, actually that's the one time he goes to a G flat. It's a little bit tricky there. You can play the G flat there on the A string if you want, or here. Okay, so actually in an interview I saw Bob Babbitt chatting about that note. He said he just kind of tried that note and it worked really well because it's in the chord anyway. Okay, in the chord of is the 3rd in E flat. So that 2-bar loop again. Okay, and then the next 2 bars. Okay, so that one I think is the same as the first one. Okay, so we've got some different patterns here. I've written those down, the whole of this section down on the free PDF you can get below. There's a bit where he kind of slides up. He kind of almost like that. He kind of does a kind of little bit of a slide there. It's quite nice. So that's the A section, and like I said, you could get the first 2-bar groove, learn that really well, and just repeat that round and round for the A sections. That still sound great, or put some of your own ideas in as well. If we look at the B section now, this is over an A flat chord. It's just 4 bars. Each time we have this B section, it does change. I've called this a bridge as well on the PDF. Okay, but I'll show you this pattern. Okay, we've got. Okay, so it's a kind of like quite a Motown 16th note thing, something you kind of might have heard Jacko do as well. Okay, quite a kind of soul Motown pattern. Okay, now the second bar, that reminds me of Sex Machine, James Brown. That kind of thing. So that groove is, it kind of really just bounces from A flat to G flat. Okay, we play it here because we play the main groove around the 12th fret, so we kind of just play it here. And the third bar, okay, again you could go to your little finger for the A flat and play your third finger on the E flat. Would probably be a bit cleaner, like that, or just use your third finger. Okay, but it's definitely cleaner if you use your little finger. And the last bar, okay, that's how it goes back into the A section. I'll just play you the B section, okay? 3, 4. Okay, so that's the B section. There is also a pickup at the beginning of the bass line. So we've got 12 bars, a sort of intro, and then we come in with this pattern. Okay. And what that is, we've got a muted note to A flat, B flat, D flat, B flat. And the way we count that bar, this is the 12th bar, is 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so that's the kind of pickup into the first A section. I'll now explain the form of the song. So once you've got this kind of A section groove and then the B section, you can kind of just sort of groove on A flat using A flat and G flat. And you can use the form and just play the whole way through the bass line. So first of all, we've got an intro for 12 bars with that pickup. And then we've got the A section for 12 bars, B section for 4 bars, A section for 12 bars, B section for 4 bars. Okay, so that's the same kind of idea repeated twice. And then a longer A section for 22 bars, a B section for 4 bars, an A section for 8 bars, a B section for 4 bars, an A section for 4 bars. And then we move down a tone or a whole step down from E flat to D flat. Okay, so we've got the same groove but down on D flat. So that's kind of another A section for 15 bars. And then to end, we've got 2 bars of G and 2 bars of A flat. So that's all you need to know to play this awesome bass line. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought by leaving a comment below. And also don't forget to help me out by liking and sharing this video. And if you felt that you got value out of this lesson, you can always buy me a coffee. They're $5. The details are at the bottom of the screen, or you can click the link below in the description. Also go and check out my website, gbshed.com. I've got bass video courses, bass books. I've got my GBS Bass Masters membership, so come and join the membership, get monthly content, get help with your bass playing. We've got a great community there, so really help you to push your bass playing forward to the next level. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hopefully see you very soon in the next video.